I'm doing a tip today about two websites that are getting us very excited. First one is Memrise. So a quick bit of Memrise. I came across this in The Guardian about this guy that learned language in 22 hours, and I was like, how do you do that? And basically this website brings together apparently all the neuroscience about how we learn and all the kind of knowledge from the gaming industry about how to make things addictive to support learning. So basically it's a website where you can put in key terms and the definitions, the associated definitions, and then this amazing facility then generates lots of kind of interactive questions and ways in which to learn. So I'll just quickly give you a demo of the one that I'm using at the moment with my year 11. So this is what it looks like when we log in, a bit of a leaderboard on the right hand side, etc., which I'll come to. But for example, you can see that there are 5 units in my GCSE course for year 11. I'm just going to go over to the 5th one because you see my progress isn't very good on that. And then what basically you do is you have below all the key terms and the definitions, so that's a list of everything they need to learn for that unit. But then what you need to do is you need to, in their terminology, you need to plant that knowledge in your mind. So if I just click continue planting, because I want to learn some more words, what it does is it gives you 1 or 2, first of all, with the definitions, which you can read. So relative poverty, fine, so I'll read that. And then I move on to the next one. Now it gives me the poverty cycle, so I read that and think, okay, need to learn that. So once I've got those 2 key words, it then gives me a multiple choice question. So I'm guessing that one's relative poverty. Yes, excellent. I go, oh, 45 points, okay. And then this one, I think it's poverty cycle. And look at that, another 45 points. Are you getting excited for me? Okay. Then it drops in another key term in the definition. So I'm like, okay, I've got 2 in my head. Here's a 3rd one. Okay, this is international trade. And oh, a 4th one. Okay, can I cope? This is free trade. Now it asks me about all 4. Okay, so this one is international trade. This is where it can get embarrassing, obviously, for a teacher in front of the class for demoing. But this one is international trade, 45 points. Okay, and then this one is free trade. Fine. And then it gives me more, etc. Anyway, I'm going to pause there. I just go back to save and exit. I can then continue planting, but what it does as it goes through is it doesn't just keep dropping some in. It will give me up to, say, 6 in that round, then it'll go back to the first one again, the second one, and keep testing me. And then rather than just being multiple choice where you click on it, it will then give you a free text box. You actually have to type in the key term. Raises the level of challenge, and you have to be able to spell, which is good for literacy. Okay. Then if I go back to the home page, what I can do is rather than focusing in on particular units and particular key terms, I can go to water all, which just if I get the cursor there, and that will water everything that I've learnt across all the units, mix it all up, etc., and test me in that way. So obviously this does improve my knowledge as a teacher, it's quite key, but importantly it's about the kids really, isn't it? So if I just go down here to just full leaderboard, what it does is it measures how your students are getting on. So amazingly, Liam Robinson is at the top of my league this week. The scores are put to 0 at the beginning of the week, so you can see he's obviously put in quite a lot of time this week. But if we look at the month, so who's been doing it consistently over the month, actually Liam has really stepped up his pace this month. But if you look at all time, it's Lily, so she's done quite a lot. But we've had words, because she did loads in the beginning, then stopped for a bit, and then didn't do so well in the test, so she's back doing it again, because you have to do it consistently. Okay, so that's basically how it works, but the key thing, I suppose, for a teacher is, well, how do I use it? How difficult is this? How many hours have we spent creating this? Well, basically, the easiest thing to do is actually go on the website, go to courses and search, because what you'll find is there may well be a course already there for you. So, for example, Gemma identified that there is one for her GCSE course which she could use, tweet to the students or send to the students, and they are using that. She didn't have to create that. However, for A-level, Gemma created one and actually typed in the keywords and the definitions, which you can do quite easily. So you type in the keyword and the definition, and then it creates the programme for you, which is time-consuming, but it's a one-off. Okay. So Hannah is now going to take over.
So we asked our students, both of our students in our classes, what they actually thought of this, because I think, well, we're excited about it, but are the students? And as you can see on here, they've all said that it helps you learn definitions and retest you when you're wrong, easy to learn keywords, it's actually quite fun and makes you not want to stop. Some of mine were really, really addicted to it. And the PE students said it ingrains information into your brain through repetition because you're constantly having to go over the same words over and over, and it helps to improve the memory and some other things.